Well, hi guys. Today is the 27th of December. It's the day after Boxing Day. Just to put you in the picture, as you can probably see behind me, the river is about 4 foot up. This behind me is the swim where we've been fishing in the private stretch. The big wide section where I had the pike and the zander from. And I usually fish down there, the edge of the river. Just to sort of, you can probably see the gap there in the reeds where I normally fish. As I say, it's under about 4 foot of water at the moment. Just to quickly update you, I managed to get out yesterday just for a couple of hours at dusk. I went down below the weir because I fancied a chance of maybe getting a barbel out, just maybe. I got down there and the river was coming up because it had been raining all the previous night, and I have to say I thought we got not much chance here because the water's going to be cold, or certainly on the drop. Still my thermometer in, it actually gone up a tiny little bit. So fantastic, that's great. We'll get some baits in the water. We'll probably be able to catch a chub. There's a chance of a barbel, you never know. Let's have a go. So got the baits in the water, had a couple of bites straight away as soon as I got there on cheese paste. I was fishing the peg where I had a sort of 9.5 pound-ish barbel earlier on in the season, if you remember that. And there's like a big slack on the inside. It's only maybe 50 metres down from the weir. There's a big slack on the inside. Snow falling off the trees. And I was fishing in there because the water had come up quite a bit, as I say, and just trying to get out of the main flow, really. That was the idea. There's all sorts of garbage coming down the river, reeds and branches and all sorts of stuff. A bit precarious as well. All the banks were really slippy, so I was having to watch my footing. Anyway, I did a couple of hours. As I say, I had a couple of bites as soon as I cast in with the cheese paste, and to be honest, that was it. It was dead. Started chucking it down with rain, absolutely hammering it down. I'd taken very little gear with me. I hadn't got an umbrella or anything like that. I hadn't got a waterproof coat, to be honest with you. And a couple of times I nearly slid into the water. The water was still coming up, and by sort of 4:45 the temperature had gone down to 7.5 degrees in the water. So I just thought, we're not going to catch a barbel, not on a falling water temperature like this. It's just not going to happen. So safety first as well. As I say, it was getting really dangerous, really treacherous. It was dark. I just thought, no, this is not good. So I retired home. So I thought perhaps we'll come out tomorrow. They had forecast some rain in the night and sleet. However, I've woken up this morning to 2 inches of snow on the ground, and the river, well, as you can see, there's about an inch of visibility. It's the colour of Earl Grey tea, and it's absolutely banging through. However, I mean, as I mentioned when I decided to fish this spot, I thought it'd be really good in the floods. And looking at it now, I mean, this flood, to put you to give it some context, the nearest water depth measuring centre is in Stratford, and generally it's about 0.55, 0.6 of a metre, something around there. Today it's 1.2, so it's actually double the depth and a little bit more at the measuring station. That's just to give you an idea how much water's banging through here. However, you know, here where it barely moves, you know, it's actually just got a nice pace to it. But to be honest, with all this snow that's melting and running in here, it's absolutely waste of time. I can't actually even get to the river, as you can see. I don't have any waders, and to be honest, even if I did, I'm not going wading about in this stuff. I can't see what I'm doing. It's just not happening, to be honest. No way. Safety first, no chance. I'm not doing it. So the plan is, as soon as this drops a bit and I can actually get down there to fish, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'll leave below the weir for now because that's going to be just far too pacey. There's too much crap flying down. What I'm going to do is, as I say, as soon as I get down here, I'm going to fish this big area of slack that we have in the front of us here. I'm hoping that'll be tomorrow. Now, I don't think there's going to be much on the cards apart from a bit of dead baiting. Maybe a bit of chub fishing we can try here, but I think it's going to be dead baiting first and foremost. So that's the plan. I just wanted to put you in the picture of what's happening, because I'm quite desperate to get out. I'm off work till next Tuesday, so I do want to get some sessions in. Having done a little bit of homework as well last night, having got home and when I was drying out at home, I think this sort of river conditions is pretty good for zander. It should be good, and it should be that we can catch them in the day as well, assuming that this snow doesn't just completely switch them off. But you know, the water temperature is going to have dropped with all this icy water going in there, but hopefully tomorrow it'll have dropped, the level will have dropped enough that we can actually get down, at least get down there, see what we're doing, and then we'll get some baits in here, and I'm sure a lot of fish are going to be lay up in here, and we've also of course got the lock, the sort of boat marina up above the lock, which is also a good place. I know all the silverfish shoal up in there, so that's another good place. We can do a bit of dead baiting, and there are some chub up there as well. So that's the plan for the coming week. So I hope your river is in a better condition than mine is at the moment. Can't be much worse of a condition. But I shall see you over the next few days, hopefully with some fish on the bank. And I do quite fancy doing a bit of floodwater fishing, and you know, it's supposed to be good for roach, good for zander, good for chub. So hopefully when it starts to run down a bit, we can get in amongst them. Anyway, I shall see you over the next few days. Tight lines, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your own angling, and I'll see you very soon.